to Gosia's Home Cooking. My name is Gosia Krajewska-Magali. I was born and raised in Poland, so some of my dishes will be influenced by Polish heritage. Today I decided to make a simple potato soup. I already started on my bacon and onion, which I actually gonna finish the soup with together with dill. I have my potatoes peeled. I cover them with a cold water so that will prevent browning. And I have 12 cups of water, which I just waiting for the water to boil. I want smaller cubes, so maybe I will slice them in quarters. Oh, they sticks. And then just cut them. They don't have to be all that uniform. Try to, so they cook evenly, but we're gonna mash them after. I have some bread in a freezer. We're gonna make some just toasted bread and potato soup. Sometimes that's all you need. Okay, my water started to boil. I have 12 cups of water, approximately 6 medium-sized potatoes, and a 1 carrot, which I gonna add. Potatoes also like salt. I will add salt afterwards because I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vegetable base. It's just a better than bouillon. We have 12 cups, safe to say 2 heaping tablespoons of the base. Let's start this with this. Then we're just gonna season this with simply with salt. If you add anything to your boiling water, which is cubed like this, be careful, don't splash yourself. Put this against the wall. Get the same spoon you use for your bacon and onion, and just scoop. Let it come to boil. That's it for now. We're gonna add a couple bay leaves. They're small, so let's add 3 of them. My sister lives in Sicily, so sometimes when I go visit, she have a bay leaf tree just outside of her house, and I just pick some, dry them, bring them home. And some of just regular black peppercorns, so a few of those as well. And we will come back when the consistency is just perfect and potatoes are just fork tender. They're not ready yet, but this is your time. You're gonna brown your flour to add to your potato soup to get a little bit color and also almost nutty taste when you brown the flour. So we're gonna turn that on. No more than 1/4 of a cup. You don't need more flour than that. So 1/4 of a cup. And just whisk it. So what happened is, as much as this is very easy, it's very easy also to burn your flour. So you just really whisk it to the desired color, and I will show you what I mean. A little bit time consuming, but like I said, as soon as the flour changes the color, it will brown quite quickly. You can actually start to smell the flour changing from just flour to a little bit nutty. Color not yet so much. It darkens slightly, but it didn't brown yet. It becomes almost like slightly grayish. I burned a lot of flour. It was just a second when I will turn do something by the sink and the flour was just garbage. And you have to start the process again. Do not add burned flour. And here we go. Let's lower this a little bit because now it's gonna come quicker. It's kind of nice, pleasant smell. You see how it becomes a little bit different color? It's like making a risotto. I shouldn't say that was an easy soup. You can, for sure, you can actually skip this step. It just adds, first of all, it thickens the soup, but also it adds really nice, slightly earthy, nutty flavor to your soup. Of course, you're gonna have flour all over yourself and all over your stove. We're gonna clean that in just a moment. Getting almost linen color or khaki color. Okay, I think that might be enough. Let's turn this off. We want to add a liquid to this. Let's get some up. So we're gonna add hot liquid to this, and we're gonna, as we add, we're gonna mix. So we're adding just straight from the pot. You can add cold one a little bit first, then add hot. But I just want to make sure we eliminate any clumps. Also, we're gonna add a little bit more water, just a regular water. At this point, you can pull your bay leaf out and you can puree your soup. You can use blender, you can use food processor. I like a little bit texture into all my soups, so I will not puree. I will just use regular potato masher to do this for me. So let's fish out our bay leaf at this point. Let's find our bay leaf. Here's one. Carrot, go back. Here is two. I know we add three. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Here is three. At this point, we will just mash our potatoes. And like I said, if you like pureed, by any means, just use your food processor or blender or anything you like. I like chunky stuff. Okay, so actually I took the soup off the heat for a second, so it will not be boiling anymore. And we're gonna put our flour through the sieve. That will assure nice silky consistency. Whatever stays in your sieve, just discard. Mix this nicely. Get your carrots back in and turn your heat back on. You want to cook off a little more your flour together with your soup. Bring back to light simmer. And we're gonna finish this in just a second. If you need to at this point add water, just add water or chicken stock or vegetable stock. If it's too thick for you, I think mine is just perfect. Now you may actually need more salt. really, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, now we add what we made before. So this is our rendered pieces of bacon, which I chopped in a small pieces and cooked on low till all the fat rendered. I discard some fat. I didn't use all for the soup. And now let's add, oops, boiling a little too much. Add this to the soup. Mix well together. And if you will watch my videos, you will notice I use a lot of parsley and cilantro and dill. I think it's a undervalued herb. It brings freshness, it brings spring, it brings some unusual taste to your dishes. I use it a lot. So my parsley and my dill, when either way, if I grow in my garden or if I buy at the store, I bring it home. I just use what I need for that day, and I always just chop that off, pack in a container or a Ziploc bag, and toss it into the freezer. So let's get our dill from the freezer, and it's like freshness. It looks like I just bought it. And finish our soup with a little dill or parsley or nothing if you just want a straight potato taste. It just looks pretty. We're gonna finish on the plate as well. Cook for a couple minutes and dinner is ready. Okay, so now let's just finish assembling. We're gonna have a couple pieces of bread toasted. Oh, let's get our garlic. We're just gonna toast our bread and then just put a garlic over your bread. So I have my frying pan preheated a little bit. Let's butter generously our slices of bread. My husband loves bread. He loves bread. He loves any carbs. So bread, pasta, potatoes, any kind of potatoes. And recently he's actually on eating oatmeal. Healthy him. Who would think? Okay, so the buttered side down. Let it brown a little bit. And assemble our meal. Okay. Nice and simple. Soup and bread. Carbs and carbs. My husband's gonna love it. So as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna call my husband and we're gonna have a glass of wine and romantic dinner with soup and sandwich, or soup and toast. I like mine a little bit more toasted. Do we have my tools? And there we go. Pretty. It really is just beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Let's finish this with more dill. Pretty. Look, absolutely delicious. It looks pretty. Hot. Okay, come on guys. This is heaven. By the way, if you don't like bacon or if you're vegetarian, you can definitely make this as a vegetarian dish. Oh, delicious. I'll make sure our bread will go with it. I don't have much bread in the freezer, so I guess I have to bake it, which is not a big deal. I just cannot get a bread flour recently. So we are making from whatever it is in our freezer, refrigerator, and a pantry. I wasn't prepared for a no flour. So basically, you just take your smushed garlic and you just smear it. On the surface. You can cut this or rip this in half. Put this beautifully in your plate. Ta-da! Glass of wine. Beautiful. Green and the carrot picking through and that dill. Guys, you have to start using dill if you haven't yet. It really is that delicious. Okay, I hope you enjoy. I hope you will make this and even children will like it. My kids loved it. I will welcome you next week. Have a good night.